I know love triangles 3 people. So I guess 4 people would be a love quadricept?
Ooh, Yaoi review.
Hi everybody, it's Corbin, and today I am talking about Volume 3 of Rin by Satoru Kannagi and Yukine Honami. Now, this is rated 16+. I shall read the back, and we shall delve right into it. The red and white tournament is here, and the time has come for Vice Captain Katsura to prove himself to his archery students, and to himself. As Katsura's confidence grows, others start to notice. New acquaintances, Akira, begin vying for his attention, much to the chagrin of the current love rivals Kauchi and Sao. Could Katsura be swayed by more than Akira's consummate archery? Can Kauchi persuade Katsura that they're destined to be more than friends? Or will Sao's deep connection to Katsura's heart allow their relationship to evolve into something even more meaningful? Boys will be boys, and boys will chase boys in their stirring conclusion of Satoru Kannagi's Only the Ring Finger Knows and Yukine Honami's Desire and Sweet Revolution rapid-fire romance. In the contest of life, it's hard to keep one target, but with Rin comes the power to find your own draw and follow your heart. Now, in the last volume, they explained what Rin meant. Rin meant strength. I completely forgot to tell you guys that. So, the title volume kind of makes sense. Sao tells Kitsuragi to live with Rin, so live with strength, and internal strength and heart. In this volume, we get the conclusion to where Katsura, why do I keep mixing them up? Katsura ends up proving himself to the archery club, and Katsura ends up winning over all of the people. He ends up winning the red-white tournament, and it's just, it's kind of the climax that we were supposed to get at the end of second volume, and they do talk about this in this one. I found where the story ended in the end of the first chapter. It was very cute, it was very charming, it was very nice. I enjoyed it. It gave us a full, well-rounded conclusion, which worked out great. I was very happy with it. I was all smiles. I was like, oh yes, this is a 4 out of 5, almost a 4.5. And I was very happy with it. When, the first chapter is literally, that much of the book. So it's not like it's a huge amount. It does a great job in giving you a well-rounded ending. And then the rest of the yaoi, that much of the book is all extra content. There are 2 extra chapters. The first extra chapter, we meet another love interest, or another love little, I don't know what you want to call them, but it's, the men are battling out for Katsura. Katsura seems very oblivious to when men are hitting on him, which is very relatable, and he does show a lot of the signs of being very humble, very lovely in that regard. I cannot discredit him at all. He does do a great job at keeping the men that are interested in him at bay, so that is a great thing. So we meet a professor at the university where Sao and Katsura's brother are going, and he's head of their archery club. He's the advisor. And he's an amazing archer. He's supposed to be spectacular, absolutely gorgeous. He looks surprisingly like Sao, with slightly longer hair, and has studied abroad, so he speaks fluent English. It's a very lovely, lovely, lovely content sort of plot twist. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was hilarious. And all of the men in this were very much so willing to wait for Katsura to get over Sao. They all said it flat out. The love interest in this one, I can't remember, Akira. He told Katsura, well, when you're over Sao, and you will be, I'll be here for you. And then Katsuichi did the same thing to Katsura, and has said, well, I'll be following you to uni anyway, and you have to experiment with other people sometime, kind of thing. So it's very much so those kind of moments where you're like, oh my god, this is getting really heated. But it gets really dry too, because there is a lot of internal monologue with Katsura, and he is very much so over-analytical when it comes to trying to figure out how these men work, and it makes it drag on really, really hard. So the first one is him trying to find or come to terms with the fact that this new guy is attracted to him. The second one is where he finally rejects the new guy, sort of rejects the new guy anyway, and it's just kind of like a wash over the fact that other men find him attractive. Sao and Katsura finally have sex, which it's very fluffed. I mean, it literally, you see a face, a outline of a leg, and that's it. You don't see anything, so it is very much so a 16 plus in that regard. I gave this a 4 out of 5 with the extras, purely for the fact that I, by the very end of the last extra, was so over it. I mean, it was good, it was still interesting, it still kept me entertained, but I was just so over the drama of what was happening, and the archery theme was getting really old, that I was just like, okay, are we done now? Can we please fast forward? So, it's good. As a series overall, it's good. I do encourage you guys to check it out. I'm sure you can find this for free online. It's from 2002, so I'm quite sure you can find it. If you guys have questions or comments, shoot them down below. Share this with a friend who likes yaoi. Give me a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys later. Like what you see? Then... subscribe!